Look at that. Look at that, America. Buy wood. Oh, I'm so grateful for coffee, y'all. I'll be dead right now if it wasn't for coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. I need some more coffee. Well, how you like this, America? Took my snowshoes off to try to get back in my chair, and all the way down to my hip. All the way down to my hip. And can't get out. Well, I guess I can get out, but not very easily. So that was fun. It's always an adventure. It's always an adventure living that mountain life. How about you, America? Headed up to Timberline. It's the last day of February. We've had quite a bit of snow up there, and so I thought I'd pull over here and get the camera set up and let y'all know what's going on. All right, we're gonna get it going. Looks like there's been quite a bit of snow from what I'm seeing right now. Getting a phone call. It's spam. I think spam misses me. They call me all the time, but I ain't wanting to talk to them. I'm tired of spam. I hate them. Anyways, here we go. Headed up the mountain. There's already snow here on the side of the road, so I'm fully expecting to see snow the whole way. You can see where the snowplow's been pushing snow. And I think it was 2023 we had some pretty heavy snow where the snow was about 4 feet of snow, and where it had fallen off of the buildings, it was almost up to the roof. I'm sure you've seen those pictures before, but I don't remember the snowplow having piled snow on the side of the roads like this the last time when me and Cameron went up there and we had a bunch of snow. Could be a lot of snow, could be very little snow, but from what I'm seeing here, I'm expecting we're gonna have some fun. I got the chains. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it into slippery because we're already hitting ice. Where the blade has come through and packed some of this down, we've already got ice on the ground. Heading up the grade. Haven't gone this direction in about, well, it's been over a year for sure. So who knows how much this has changed. The road's in pretty gnarly condition. I mean, I've seen it in worse condition, but it's been taking a beating over the winter. I figure over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be opening the mountain up. So I want to get up here and see how much snow we got, see what the situation is, see if there's any damage to the buildings. When I came up in December on the last video and I was doing the snow plowing, we had a tree snap off and we had a limb that had snapped off and was laying up against the barn. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly right here. Well, I expect when I get in the tree line, this is going to get hairy because there's a lot of sun right here. There's southern facing part of the mountain. This is definitely, one side of the road is tore up, the other side of the road is not tore up, or at least it's not torn up as bad, but it is definitely gnarly. Got rock slides, got one lane, we got some pretty good mud there. All right, well, let you see what it looks like out there. This part's not too bad right here. Just drove through a little bit worse, but I'm gonna shut this off for a minute and pick it up again when I start seeing some more snow on the road. Well, we're starting to get into some icy conditions, and that's the worst part of driving this direction up the mountain. Is there's so many trees through here that you can end up hitting this ice like this. That's just straight ice right there. You might not be able to get past if you don't got chains, or definitely good tires. Good tires go a long ways, and then chains get you through the worst of it. Now, these chains that I got, I don't think these are the kind of chains that I would want to run every day. This is just a sheet of ice right here, y'all. Lost a little bit of traction right there. That is gnarly. I don't know if I'm gonna come back down this way or not. Anyways, the chains that I got, they're good for emergencies. They're good for sometimes. Look how much snow we got on the side of the road piled up there. But they're not necessarily the best chains for driving all the time. I would get the heavier duty chains. This is just a sheet of ice right here. Absolute sheet of ice. But if I was having to run chains all the time, if I was doing a lot of backcountry 4x in the wintertime, then I would get the chains that you have to drive on top of, the heavier duty chains. And I've got those for the white truck. But I think that I might get another set of the chains that we've got for, if I like the ones that we got for Lindsay's Explorer, I think I'll get another set of them just for emergency situations, because you don't have to drive on them. They go on real fast. I just slip around the tire and then they're on. Yeah, this is gnarly. I don't know if I want to come down this. I'm hoping Brownlee is in better shape than this, because I don't want to come back this way. That's a lot of snow, y'all. That's more snow than I've ever seen right through this area. Camera don't even do it justice. Probably 4 foot snowbank right there. Well, this is great, y'all. This is the road going down in, and the neighbor's been here plowing it, so I'm just really grateful for the neighbor. Thank you, John, for plowing. It's pretty icy through here, and this might be pretty gnarly to get up coming out of here, but it's definitely drivable. Yeah, it's pretty slippery right there. But I think I'm going to be able to do it because there's a little bit of dirt exposed. So super, super grateful that John has been up here taking care of stuff, because that's a lot of snow. That's as much snow as we had in 23. I think this is more snow than in 23. So we're going to see what we're looking at here. This is pretty gnarly. Well, that's going to be fun to get up out of. Sliding. That's just flat out sliding. Oh, John, you are awesome. He pushed the snow off for me. Well, I'll show you when I get. All right, this is just straight ice. So this is going to be a fun test right here. Getting up this. I mean, this is literally frozen water underneath there. And I was sliding down that when I came down here. I mean, this is so slippery right here. This is so slippery right here. I don't know. I'm glad I have the chains. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to be fun. Well, been wanting to put the Wild Peaks to the test. They get put to the test. This is like an ice skating rink right here. There's the fence, y'all. There's the gate. Neighbor's been pushing the snow out of the way for us, so I really appreciate that. He's a good neighbor. He's taking good care of us. We gotta hook him up with some prime rib steak or buy him some dinner or do something for him. I offered to pay for his diesel, but he was like, nope, I ain't gonna take no money for diesel. Just, you know, it's how it is out here. It's the way country folk are. But all right, well, we're gonna get in there. I can see that my work from in the past has paid off. Not so much right here. You know, this would be really deep right here if I had not snowed. Like, I've already been up here and snow plowed a couple feet off. This would be covered right now. All right, let's get in here and see what we got. How about you, America? Back in the frozen woods. Well, I'd say we got a little bit of snow up here. The road coming in was pretty gnarly. It had a lot of ice on it. It had more ice on it than I've ever had to drive on before, and I wasn't loving that. And I got a pretty gnarly climb trying to drive out of here because there's ice on the first hill coming up out of the property. But I do have the chains, and if I've got to put them on, I'll put them on. So definitely gonna try to get out of here in a few hours, because if I have to put the chains on in these conditions, you know, I've only put them on a couple of times, a couple test fits, but I think I'm probably gonna have to put them on to get out of here because it's just a sheet of ice skating rink, literally. But anyways, we got some snow up here, and I'll flip this around and let you see what everything looks like. All right, got the snowshoes on. This is pretty icy, but I think if I didn't have the snowshoes on, I'd be sinking up to my knees, no question about it. This is why these snow conditions right here are why I was trying to keep up all year. Because once it freezes like this becomes very, very dangerous to snowplow or to dig out. You can see where my work has paid off. There's stuff on the side. This would all be have that much more snow on it otherwise. But man, this is icy, and this is not going to be fun. Interesting. Where the tree's been keeping the snow off. I believe I'm looking at, oh, it's hard for me to say. It's probably 4 feet of snow. It's hard to tell right here. I see a lot of tracks from animals. Probably some dog tracks over there. That's the water tank. So that's an idea of how much snow we got. That's halfway up the water tank. Buildings, Fire Mountain. Well, you can see the fire pit. It's right there. Interesting how the snow, I'm thinking it's because I plowed it. I've never plowed that many times before we got heavy snow like this, or before the spring dig out. But I think that's what's creating these tree rings like this. But yeah, we would have a whole bunch more snow. I'd be standing on more snow right now. I'd be walking on more snow right now. Look at that, America. Sure am glad I got those boards on that window. That's gnarly. So right here, that's the window down there. I can touch the top of the roof. So I'm gonna say right here, we've got about 4 feet of snow. That's about how much we had last time when me and Cameron were up here and we got a bunch of snow. That's definitely what we're looking at. 4 feet of snow, look at that. That's a picnic table. Even made its way in on the porches a little bit this time. Still, it's pretty good. Yeah, this rivals the most snow that we've ever had. No doubt about it. And that's what the barn looks like. That's my job for the day, everybody. I'm going to be trying to dig that out. I'm going to try to dig that out so that when I do come up here and want to start getting the tractor going, I'm able to get the tractor going. Ideally, I'd like to dig this all out and dig the door out and run the generator and hook the battery up to the tractor and all that. But I don't think that's happening today. Probably kill myself trying to dig this thing out anyways. And I think that's going to be enough work. Man, snowshoes, I'll tell you what. First few years, we post-folded in here. That is crazy right there. There's the grill. But look at that. That's the window. I'm glad we got that board up. I'm glad we got that shutter up. If I hadn't gotten that shutter up, we'd have snow on the glass. And that might not be good. It might be inside. So those shutters, they've been a real good deal. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get this out of here. This snow's going to take probably until the end of April to melt, I would say. But I'm going to be up here, staying up here in March. I'm not waiting any longer than I have to start coming up here and doing what I love to do. And that's be up here, live this mountain life. That is ice. So I'll be lucky if I get this door dug out. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to get that door dug out. That's crazy. All right, well. I don't know if that's more snow over there, if that's more snow there. Trailer's buried. This tree does a good job keeping snow off stuff. So I'm happy about that, but man, this is wild. It's a lot of snow. That's the wash station. I'm actually standing on top of the wash station. And this is snow that's piled on the wash station. It's up to my hip. Gnarly. Gnarly, gnarly, gnarly. All right, y'all. This is just for fun. This is a comedy skit because I ain't gonna get nowhere. I'm not gonna be able to dig this out. It's just way too much snow. As I sit here and I look at it, I won't be able to do it. And I mean, I'm gonna get it dug out sooner or later, but not in the time frame that I wanted to do it as far as today is concerned. But I'm gonna dig at it anyways. Wow. Crazy. This is not even that don't know if you can see that or not, but the whole shovel just started coming apart on me. I think this is the oldest shovel that we have, but I don't know if you can find these transfer shovels or flat shovels. I don't know if you can find them in wood, and they're expensive. I've got a bunch of them made out of this. It looks like some kind of plastic, I guess. It's plastic, but it just literally bent. It's cracked right there and just bent in my hands. Let me go grab the other snow shovel that's also plastic. It's all a learning experience, America. That's a solid block ice. Wherever that freezing melting started. Got a digging shovel, and this is a Lowe's shovel that I bought 3 years ago. It's also plastic. Let's see if the Lowe's shovel will do a better job. It was about $25 at Lowe's, and at the time, you know, the pandemic was on, so everything was really expensive, but I couldn't find transfer shovels or flat shovels anywhere, and the ones that I could find were above $50. So when Lowe's had this in there for 25, it was like half the price. Yay. I think now you can get it for around 20 or 15 maybe. Definitely better. Well, really rough snow. So I'm gonna stop the camera and work on it, take a break, work on it, take a break. I don't think I'm gonna get a whole lot done today, but at least I got to get up here and see what the buildings look like and how much snow there was. And I have an idea of what right now the Boise snowpack report is reporting, that we're at 135-ish % of the snowpack that we need to have. So 100% is like where you want to be. Everything over that is a bonus. So it's going to be really good for our water, for our state, or at least for our area. It's going to recharge the aquifer. So it's all good stuff. You know, this is just something I have a day off in town, and I decided to come up here and do this for fun. This is what I do in my spare time. This is what I do for fun time. So I'm gonna go get the other shovel because this one just bends, and maybe talk about that real quick. I think this is my oldest shovel, and I do believe that this is a cobalt shovel. So it just started bending right there in the middle. I've had this shovel for probably, it's the cobalt, had it for about 15 years. But I mean, in the last 4 years up here is when it's been seeing its hardest work, digging snow out and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can see it or not, but over there, it's just bending. See if I can get it to bend. at that. Look at that, America. Buy wood. Well, you can see it's about 3 feet of snow where I'm standing. It's up to about the bottom of my phone. And yeah. All right. So when I first got here, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it work because my first couple of digs with the shovel, well, the shovel bent and the ground was really, really frozen. But as I worked on it and chiseled away on it and worked on it and chiseled away on it, I was able to get down to the ground. So over the next few weeks, when the sun is hitting this, it'll melt this down. And then I'll be able to work on getting that chunk of ice. I'm not even going to attempt to get the barn doors open because that's just a chunk of ice right there and it swells. And I normally have to take the pickaxe and a steel rod that I have and chip at it. You've seen me doing it before. And that takes another, 30 minutes at good conditions and 45 minutes at bad conditions. 20, 30 minutes in good conditions, 45 minutes in bad conditions. So I'm not going to do that today. I think I'm going to try to work on this door so that the next time that I come up, I can get the generator running, get the tractor plugged in, get the motor warming up, get that block heater going, and put my battery charger on the battery and get it charged up and ready to go for the last snow removal of the year. It's going to be a fun one. This is why I was trying to keep up on it, and it is packed in there, y'all. We're looking at 3 to 4 feet of snow depending on where it's at, and I'm sure we're going to get a few more storms in between now and then, but I doubt that we're going to accumulate much more snow than what we've got right now. I mean, this is the last week, this is the last day of February. I think we're just going to get warmer. I know we're just going to get warmer conditions and longer hours a day, more daylight hitting this, more sunlight hitting this, and we will be probably, when I'm up here, it'll probably melt a few inches at least, but it's just going to be all frozen snow. So there'll be no pushing it like in December. That was light, fluffy snow, and I was just able to push it and get it done in a few hours. This will be, I'll probably spend one day on the pad where the buildings are, and then another day on clearing out the road. But fortunately, Pullman, he pushed the snow in front of our gate, and I'm going to send him a thank you text for that, and that allows me to at least be able to get the Explorer out of the road and down here. And of course, he did the road, so that's awesome. But now I got to drive up an icy hill, and we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go get the other side. Carious. All right, America, I'm trying to get this door dug out. Whew. Stuff that's been falling off the roof is really frozen. It's difficult. It's a lot faster than the barn doors. Still got a couple feet down to go.
Kind of hard to do in snowshoes. Harder than you think. I don't know, harder than I expected. I don't know what I expected. It's a lot easier than the barn doors. Oh, I'm so grateful for coffee, y'all. I'll be dead right now if it wasn't for coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. I need some more coffee. I'm gonna have to get a different snow shovel. We get one of those big, giant metal scoop shovels. We used to call them coal shovels when I was a kid. That's what we used to shovel the coal. We also used them in the ice factory to shovel ice. It's got the handle on the back of it. Can't remember what they're called. Somebody knows, put it in the comment section. Helps me learn, helps others learn. It's frozen right here. And that's literally ice right there. You can't see it, but it's ice. I'm going to definitely do this on 3 times speed. So it's going to look like I'm the Incredible Hulk. I'm an animal out here. Whoa! It's because I am. It's what I do in my spare time. I do this because I want to do this, not because I have to do it. I could just sit in town and wait for the snow to melt and come up here in May or June, maybe the end of April. But I ain't satisfied with that. I love this life. I want to be up here. What do I do for fun, y'all? I mean, this ain't fun. It's not the worst thing I've ever had to do as far as work goes, but it gets me one step closer to being able to get the tractor out and getting the tractor going. The next time I come up, I'll be able to hit this with the tractor, get the pad off. And then the next time I come up, I'll get the road open. And then after that, start staying the nights up here every weekend, sometimes during the week, whenever I can be up here. As much as I can be up here. Love it. All right, I'm gonna cut the video off so my phone don't die. Well, I got it dug out. I left my sunglasses. It's very bright without the sunglasses, but when I first started digging, the snow was really frozen in a couple spots, so I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was. And I mean, it wasn't easy. It was difficult, but I did get it done, and I'm very happy with that. So I'm ready to get the tractor going. The next time I come up here, I'm not going to even mess with the doors today. I'm just going to take my win, head back home. We got this. I was able to get this dug out. So we're ready to get in there and start the generator and get the tractor plugged in, get the block heater going, and get the battery charger on the battery. The next time I come up, that's what my goals will be. I'll work on that. And then the time after that will be to get the tractor pushing some snow.